The debate over Britain's two-child benefit cap has become a defining test of the Labour government's priorities. Ever since taking office last summer, Prime Minister and Cabinet colleagues have been pressed, sometimes by their own backbenchers, to scrap a policy they believe drives child poverty higher. The tension came to a head only weeks into Labour's term, when 7 of its own MPs rebelled and lost the party whip after backing an opposition amendment brought forward by the Scottish National Party. That amendment called for the immediate removal of the cap. It was a dramatic moment for a party newly returned to power and determined to show unity on social policy. For many Labour lawmakers, the issue goes to the heart of why they sought office in the first place, to tackle child poverty. Charities and advocacy groups often point to the cap as a single fixable rule that could transform the lives of hundreds of thousands of children. Economists regularly cite the same stark figures. Abolishing the cap could lift some 350,000 children out of poverty altogether and 700,000 more out of what researchers call deep poverty. Yet the price tag is significant, about £3.5 billion a year. For a government wrestling with other expensive commitments, that figure cannot be ignored. This week, the pressure intensified. Gordon Brown, Labour's former Prime Minister, joined more than 100 backbench MPs in signing a letter urging the government to act. Brown and others argued that the money could be found by raising taxes on online gambling companies. It was a pointed reminder that choices on revenue are as political as choices on spending. The government's own senior figures are not united. Both candidates vying for the party's deputy leadership have indicated support for scrapping the cap. And the Prime Minister himself, in an interview with The Guardian, reiterated that reducing child poverty is one of his core priorities. He stopped short of a clear promise, but his remarks were interpreted as opening the door to change. Education Minister Josh Mallister, newly appointed and a former schoolteacher, echoed that message in public comments earlier in the day. He underlined that cutting child poverty was not only a moral imperative, but also an educational one. Fewer children growing up in poverty, he argued, would mean better results in school and better life chances in the years ahead. Mallister struck a careful note, however. He reminded the public that government must weigh many competing demands on limited funds. While he acknowledged that reforming the benefit cap would be one of the most effective levers for reducing child poverty, he emphasised that the announcement of the day was focused elsewhere. An expansion of free breakfast clubs to an additional 2,000 primary schools beginning next April. That initiative, he said, would help families right away, ensuring more children start the school day fed and ready to learn.